Judge, are you saying that the role of law clerk...
It was the final day of interviews for the position of Chief Justice, and it was the turn of law professor and Supreme Court Judge Justice Jackton Boma Ojwang to face the panel. And so he did, as he soaked an avalanche of questions from the commissioners.
You did not want the Judicial Service Commission to use this building,
yes,
the library, your courtroom,
yes,
your chairs,
yes,
for the interview of Chief Justice, Deputy Chief Justice, and Supreme Court Judge.
yes.
Is that true?
This building, we have been to the Supreme Court in England, India, and so on. This building, even if you look for a toilet, you will not find it. So it doesn't have essential facilities. It's in such a bad shape that if you have judges there and they want to use those facilities, there will be such competition that it looks uncivilized. That, I think, was the trend of the deliberations.
But despite coming heavy on the Supreme Court and expressing his desire that the CJ interviews should not even be conducted at the building, terming it as shameful, Justice Ojwang was hard-pressed by the panel.
And that misconduct is in your file.
I don't keep the files. If you keep the files and you put such things in it, that is your choice.
But you received the letter giving that communication.
I've already told you that the CIJ sent me a letter. I've told you so.
Again, and this is my last question on this area, you have not challenged that decision.
This question I've answered it earlier. That there are too many cases being
just
filed in
answer
court.
it yes or no. You have not challenged yes or no.
This matter is in court. It was filed. It's a matter lodged in court by one of our colleagues.
But
And
you have
once
not challenged it yourself.
Please, give me a break.
But the break proved elusive even after he sought protection from the chair.
Let us get each
Madam
other right.
Chair, I need protection from this particular commissioner. Because he's involved in acts of provocation and also asking questions which are not meritorious.
As Court of Appeal Judge Mohammed Warsame defied the chairperson's intervention, insisting that Justice Ojwang should and must answer his questions, virtually turning the session into supremacy battle between the two judges.
But in your case, you want to change a decision of the court, or what is it you want to do?
No, Judge, you know, you are a 3-star general. I am a 2-star general. I can't change. And you know the law is very clear. You sit in the apex court. You are very powerful. But I want to show you.
Where I was wrong as a judge.
No, I'm not saying whether you are wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying I want to show you what is the role of a judge.
So you know the role of a judge better than I do.
No.
Justice Ojwang was also taken to task over his wife's involvement in politics and her subsequent appointment as principal secretary, and if the appointment was as a result of his decision on the contentious 2013 presidential petition.
Did a member of your household participate in any way during nominations in the last general election?
My wife used to be interested, and she was going to be a candidate for Senate, in fact. But she abandoned, and she no longer followed up. She's not in politics.
On what party?
At that time, when she was seeking a seat, in that area there was a dominant party.
Judge, I asked on which party?
You mean the party that? Which,
the dominant party that you're talking about?
I don't want to mention the names of parties here, because if I mention the names of parties, I'm bringing politics into this issue.
Justice Jackton Ojwang brought to a close the interviews of the 14 shortlisted applicants, with the panel now expected to scrutinize all the performance of the candidates before picking a suitable person to fill the vacant position of Chief Justice after the retirement of Justice Willie Mutunga in June. Yusuf Ibrahim, K24, Evening Edition.